Welcome to episode 25, that's a quarter of a century of models, maps and applications that will move us forward to a point where we can live long and prosper. And it's day 2 of a 7-day series on Stephen Covey's amazing work, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And habit 2 is to begin with the end in mind. To get where we want to get to in life, we need a map, which is why I'm such a fan of mind mapping. Things are created twice. They're created first of all in the mind and in the world out there. But to get to where we want to get to in life, we need a map. Let me just read to you a little bit from Alice in Wonderland. Alice is lost in Wonderland and she meets the Cheshire Cat. And here is their conversation. Alice says, "Would you tell me please which way I ought to go from here?" The Cheshire Cat says, "Well, that depends a good deal on where you want to get to." Alice says, "I don't much care where." And Cheshire Cat says, "Then it doesn't much matter which way you go." Alice says, "So long as I get somewhere." And the Cheshire Cat says, "Oh, you're sure to do that, if only you walk long enough." And some of us watching this today have walked long enough. More than that, we've climbed long enough. We've done what somebody else said was the map for our life. We've done the corporate ladder, the family ladder, the material ladder, and we've climbed up this ladder and we've got really nice and high where we can see more clearly and gone, oops, wrong building. It's what we call a midlife crisis, or crisis at other times in our lives as well. And Covey's saying, go back to that character ethic. What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want to be known for? Because you weren't born to consume lots of stuff by earning lots of money, to buy lots of stuff and then die. That's not the purpose of life, and that's certainly not what we mean by live long and prosper. You were born to make a difference. Will Smith has this whole concept of leaving the world in a better state than when he came into it. Puts it a bit more eloquently than that, but what a great life mission. So what do you want to be known for? That's the end. I'm sitting here in this graveyard in St Mary's Church, Litchett Matravers. It's a beautiful place, surrounded by memories of people's lives, sacred to the memory of James Bridge. I'm looking at there. What a great name, James Bridge. What did James want to be remembered for? Once you know the end, I'm not being doom and gloomy here, I'm being very, very positive, because it's begin with the end in mind. If I want to be remembered as somebody who helped a group of people, my tribe, live long and prosper, a group of people be the rainbow in somebody else's cloud, a group of people that help people prosper properly in a character way, not a personality way. Personality can come along for the journey, but it's character first. Then I need to begin today. Otherwise, somebody else is going to decide on the course I should go. Do you know, in the UK, this is recorded in England, if you die without a will, the government is going to make its best guess on how to distribute your estate. Would you really want that? And this is not a sales pitch for wills, last wills and testament type stuff, but it's a serious point, isn't it? Because unless you decide today to begin with your chosen end in mind, your circle of concern will decide for you. Events outside your control will influence your reactive decisions rather than the proactive decisions we talked about in habit number 1. Just a little shout out as well. I moved down to Dorset because of an amazing lady called Vanda North, who co-founded Buzan Centres around the world with Tony Buzan, the inventor of mind mapping. And I learned how to train trainers in mind mapping, speed reading, memory skills, and in success models and maps and applications, mapplications as we call them. So part of this series is going to be a recommendation that you learn, if you haven't done so already, how to do mind mapping. Because mind mapping will help you create that map to the future. Begin with the end in mind. You must know the end, and then you must create the map. And if you make that with beautiful images and colours and you put it on the wall so that it stays in sight, in mind rather than out of sight, out of mind. Every day you're going to have a new beginning where you can go, okay, what proactive, habit one, what proactive actions can I take today within my circle of control to move me towards my end? And there's also a wonderful poem by Rudyard Kipling. He talked about keeping 6 honest serving men who taught him all he knew. And it's the what and how and where and when and why. Go through those words. Why? What's the why of a life? What's the what that you want to achieve? What's the where? With whom? And then the how. Think about those easy triggers to get your mind map going. And that may be your first mind map, doing those 6 questions and just sketching that out. I think I might do that today. Anyway, I want you to live long and prosper. I want to live long and prosper. I want to be remembered for my character, not my personality. Personality can come along, as we said, for the journey. But above all, I want it to mean something. So maybe you'd share what your mission, your purpose and your values are too. Love will always find the answer.